January 24, 2022, Russia launched its invasion of Ukraine. Despite the predictions, Ukraine held on for more than a year now, rather than just a few days. Russians were quickly gaining territory, and it seemed to Ukrainians that all hope was lost. But the Ukrainian people chose not to give in to the invader, despite constant shelling of civilian infrastructure resulting in constant loss of electricity and water. That act of rebellion and non-compliance destroyed the morale across the Russian military, and now the Ukrainians have the upper hand. Resilience is one of the most important qualities a person can possess. It is vital for our survival. If we were not resilient to cold and heat, hunger and thirst, we would not live very long. Luckily, we as humans are quite resilient to these elements. We can survive for days, even weeks, without a meal. Fortunately, in today's society, most of us don't need to worry about survival in being in a war zone. We can have drinks and food right at our doorstep whenever we want. We can entertain ourselves on a demand, and we don't have to worry about predators that our ancestors had to worry about. But nowadays our mental resilience is much more needed. More and more people are getting depressed and mentally drained. Most of it is because our society and constant attention-grabbing media are draining our mental energy and are making us vulnerable to mental problems. So for a person to thrive and quote-unquote survive in modern age, mental resilience is essential. The Ukrainian people serve us as an example on how to be tough in hard times and that we can survive even in the harshest of circumstances. Most of us are getting anxious and upset about little things and menial problems, but let's imagine ourselves being in a brutal war zone. They are giving us hope that we can survive in the most brutal of times and are also telling us to be grateful when times are nice and delightful.